We seek redemption for debts we do not owe, fettered to chains forged by priests and papists. Ingenious deception. In seeking redemption, we admit we are damned. I am merely a man atop this lonely prow, driven off course in my youth, marooned by man but saved by spirit. I wandered through dark shoals and soul-devouring dungeons. The dead saw in me a demon, unmindful of my oversoulic armor, a prodigal soul sent to ancient Acheron. But this was the work of the throne, for in shadow spirits swell. For the dark gave me a voice among those who'd lost themselves, and from dead letters I learned by parables, by songs, and by odes. I am Jason, and my Argo is Archaics. My companions are prodigal sons and daughters. Together we are pilgrims passing through a wasteland, sojourners regarded as exiles. We are indeed outcasts, sailing to a shore beyond this present stage. First question, at this point in your life, what is your concept of God? My concept of God is pretty much the same in the past about 10 years. I came from a Southern Baptist, Judeo-Christian background, but I'm no longer participating in that. To me, God is the oversoul, and I don't know what that is. I just know that there's a presence there. I know that there is something guiding me. I know that there is something that I'm living for. I'm moving toward a certain trajectory. I know that I have a hidden benefactor, and this benefactor has saved my ass multiple times. And sometimes in impossible situations. So I don't have a definitive answer for God. All I know is I believe that the oversoul exists. And I call it the oversoul because I do not believe that any humans have the qualifications to identify any particulars about the Godhead. I think while we're inside this construct, that we have an inability to process exactly the magnitude of what God is. So yeah, I don't know. It's a good question, hard answer. And the second question, explain to us what you believe is the nature of our reality. Well, you attached the question or the statement, is it a simulated reality or an organic reality? Where do you believe we sit at present? Well, I don't believe it's either. I mean, this is a frame of reference because in modern technological parlance, we understand what a simulation is. But you ask, is it a simulated reality or an organic reality? I don't believe it's either. I believe it's a perceived reality. And by virtue of the central nervous system, this bridge between the psyche and the simulated holography around us, we believe that it's organic when it's not. Everything around us is just different modes of spirit. It's just spirit vibrating at different frequencies that gives us our physical ratios. So I hope that answer satisfies you. Again, we're talking about things that are, entirely subjective. None of us can claim accuracy. These are opinions. So, your third question, what do you have faith in now? I have faith that I am able, because of what I am, because I'm a divine immortal, and I'm only using this avatar. I believe that because of that, I can draw from myself more than I contain. I believe that I can set things in motion and then experience them later. I believe I can do all these things. That's the faith. The faith that I have is that the more I search for God, the more I find it's an inward journey. That's what I have faith in. And the fourth question, where do you believe we are headed as the human race? That's a good one. I have two answers. The collective is heading toward an apocalypse they're not going to like. The highly individualized souls, the errants, the free thinkers, those who are awakening, they have a totally different destination. And eventually it's going to be right on out of the construct, while those who are not ready Those who are still members of the collective will get recycled back in on the next reset when all these historical timelines reboot and it all starts again. We're stuck in a Groundhog Day. Absolutely. But it's for souls to develop, mature, and move on. And those who aren't doing that stay here and they get recycled to do it all over again. I'll be moving on, and I know a bunch of you will too. I want to share with you a secret if you're willing to hear it. Under cover of moonlight, they assembled, all approaching